All right, there we go. I think we're good. Hello and good evening, everyone. Oh, hold on, my model's not the right. There you go. Hello, good evening, everyone. Hope you all doing good today. Thanks for swinging by. Welcome in. Hello. Welcome to I'm slightly out of it stream today, but hello. Anyways, hello. I'm a little.
Welcome to Bob Conquer the Seas.
Not yet. Not yet. Today we're still working on designs. Yeah, I'm a little out of it today. I haven't been sleeping well recently, so my meds are finally kind of like backing me up a little bit, so I'm very out of it. Very out of it. Very out of it. I'll go do my best though. So welcome in though, everyone. Welcome in, Neku. Hope you're doing good. Thanks, everybody. Welcome back though to more From the Depths. I'm gonna have to close my curtains here because the light's too much for my window. I'm all sorts of like just fucked up, sensory speaking. But yeah, we're gonna be trying to work on designing our little strafing vehicle ship here some more today. I did a little bit of modification off stream where I did a small bit of modifications to the engine system. So as you can see, it's a little different. I upgraded the steam engines that we got. I have two more boilers, both smalls of 3 cylinders each, both sides, instead of a bunch of tanks of steam containers. I also added in some more material storage, got some more ammo containers, got all sorts of upgrades going. I also discovered that IR cameras are a lot more sensitive to being blocked, like, in front of them than normal cameras. Apparently they can't have like anything in front of them, not even glass. So I made some minor modifications to that. It's two 90 cameras up here and then an IR down here. Other than that, I made some slight engine adjustments. I changed the thruster down here to be a large kind of one instead of a small one, because it was having some issues tilting up, I was noticing, so I made that change. Other than that though, yeah, I didn't really do too much else, just some further testing. And today though, one of my things I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking that I'm gonna make these incendiary guns the larger of the two guns, and I'm gonna change this large gun to be something smaller and faster firing, I think. I think this thing will benefit from faster guns. That's what we'll do. So I'm thinking. I think I'll make it a smaller, faster firing, gun. Yes. Sorry, yeah. Like I said, very out of it. Very, discombobulated, I guess. I've been trying to make sure I drink enough water, but apparently, either I haven't drank enough water or I haven't gotten enough sleep, or both. I'm trying to increase at least the water intake. Sorry, I'm also working on something else here. Alright, sorry, okay, focusing, locking in. Okay, so I think what we'll do today is continue to work on the hull, the armor, especially for back here. Yeah, because what we need to do is make sure we don't block off our pistons, which actually shouldn't be an issue. What I can do is I can just have the steam vents on the bottom that are a thing. Go. do that so it has a little output system so we can keep the hull mostly sealed. Let me see here. Yeah, we'll just work on this for a bit. And then after I get the hull kind of finished up, I'm going to first kind of make sure that everything is still moving properly. And then after we do that, I'm thinking, I'm actually not sure what I'm thinking, but I'm thinking I'll do something, you know? I'll figure something out. Duct. Go, do some metal ducts there. I also added some thrusters there, as you can see. Extra, just maneuverability. Yeah, for the most part, though, I did fix the, at least the engine problems that we were having. In regards to, like, when we were dealing with stuff like the Atlas. You'll be able to see, or actually, no, you won't be able to see. I'm in the way, but I think what I'll do is something I want to try doing here. I'm gonna go to the PIDs. Go back down to 50 meters to the target here. I think 150 is way too high up. Yeah. So, like, so, you know, so far it's actually flying. I did manage to also smooth it out a little bit while it flies. That should keep its guns a little more accurate, a little more stable. Like, it's not really trying to be hyper accurate, but then, yeah, sometimes it does this, and I still need to figure that one out. But for the most part, it's working decently fine. The biggest thing is just making sure it's still hitting the target, because I don't really need this thing to be like a weak spot thing. It's just a kind of like as long as the shots hit with the incendiary rounds, I don't really give a shit. Hey, well, welcome in. Thank you for the hydrate. Doing good things. Bye. As you can see, it's still a little wobbly from its strafing maneuver, but that's mostly fine, I think. I think I'm gonna make some minor adjustments to that too. The right evasion time, let's do down a little bit, just so it staggers instead of like full stops. Yeah, no, I think this Top Gun I'm gonna turn into a different weapon system. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. But yeah, the other things, again, I just need to work on finishing the hull as well. So we'll start down here, I think. Okay, we'll start with that. There. Neat. Air duct, metal duct. Yeah, we'll do that there once I get some blocks near enough to do so. Which I think I can just do by that. Go. I should be able to just go back into air. Bam. There we go. There we go. Then I need to do something down here as well, which was already in the plans. Do bam, 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 bam. There we go. Yep, I missed. There we go. Back to air. Now AI, air. Ducts. Bam. There we go. Keep it protected. I'm very tired. Not like my brain is just like, ugh, you know. So it might not be a full stream here because I'm very very out of it. But I'll see what I can do. Yeah, we do have not too much left to do of this though, which is pretty cool, pretty nice. Also really. Sure. Our block? Not cool. Yeah, no, not quite what I'm looking for. I don't know. Let me see here. What do I want to do? I'm not sure right now. Actually, hold on. I think I know what I'll do. Yeah, I'll do like this. Slopes like this. There we go. Metal down the sides. That. Ideally, this side won't really get hit too much. Or the back part won't really take too much damage, so I'm not too worried about keeping it like super protected, I guess. Just want to keep it mostly safe, I guess. That makes sense. You know, I just need I need it covered, really. That's about it. Get two beam here, actually. Bam, 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 like that. Then I'll do corners going in, like so. Realizing now, I could add more forward thrusters. Give it even more forward thrust, because this thing's top speed forward right now is my ship coming along. It's coming along decently well. Right now its top forward speed is. Let's see what the
listening. Listening. Control yours.
No. Here we go. I'll just send it out this way, and we'll do this. And its max top speed is what's here, 87 meters a second. Thank you. What? Huh? What do you what? I don't know what you're on about. Anyways, yeah, it's about 87 meters a second max speed right now. Got some pretty it's got a pretty beefy forward engine or forward thruster system. Oh no, the ship goes listening whenever I click on it. Tell it to right, I gotta do this to go into build mode. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, yeah, I figured out what you were on about. Oh. I'm realizing that I am missing fences. What I'll do is I'll clear out this little spot here, because this spot here is exposed, and that is not okay. This, just to give it some protection. First off, I need to go back into this mode and this properly. Then I also need to do this. In here might need to be a different. Game makes you remember scrap mechanic, yeah. This is like. There we go. That works a lot better. Silly me, silly me. Then I need to do I think. Yeah, inverted, and then we'll do a beam slope with 3. Go. Slope 2. Inverted. Corner. 3. That. There we go. You know what I'll do? Just to give it a little extra power. Oh no, I'm not gonna do that just in case I end up blocking some inputs. So do this. Just give it a little more middle thrust, I guess. We'll do more lightweight in here. Do that in there just to protect that a little better. That in there like that. That'll be a 4. Go. That'll be a 4. Go. Yeah, other than that though, it's coming along decently well. It's definitely a little wider than I intended it to be, but I think that's just a result of the limitations of the game and also the limitations of my building capabilities. I'm sure a better engineer could make this more compact, but for me this is about the limit of what I can achieve. So we'll just be hey, Shake. Come in, hope you're doing good, thanks, goodbye. I'm kinda out of it today. Not been sleeping well recently. My meds are a little unhappy about that little fact. Silly little thing called sleeping well. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get some better sleep tonight. The things that have been causing me not to be able to sleep too well are getting a little better. So that ideally won't be an issue tonight, and I'll be a little better, and that'll be really cool. Does boat already are still on target? It's actually, we're still on target. We're not even 50,000 materials yet. I do intend to make some modifications to these top guns. I'm gonna actually probably make them less expensive because I'm gonna use smaller parts to make them a faster gun. I think that's what I'm gonna do with these shells. With those guns. Blocks. It definitely helps that we're mostly making this thing out of lightweight. Because if I wasn't, things would get definitely... And I'm just gonna use some plates to cover that up, I think. At least cover that little spot up at least. Let's see, I probably need a 4 slope. Yeah, a little. No, hold on. Transitions. For 1 to 3, I think. Let's do that. That. Oh, fuck. Right, now that's the only block holding that up. Bam. I'm gonna do 3 slope in here. Slope, 2 slope. Oh, wrong. Ah, fuck. There we go. That. Here, Monk switch streak's been weird. Working new here and it is acting up. Auto quality 360. Oof. Sorry to hear that. Mm-hmm. Let's do like this, I guess. I'll figure that will. No, if I do this, then this. Bam, like that. What am I can do? Hold on. This. I think that'll just happen. 3, 4. Then we just that. There we go. And 4. Oh, it's kind of a shitty engine bay, but it'll do. Yeah, it's not the prettiest thing, but if it works, I don't give a shit, you know? I don't quite care. As long as what I build functions. Squeeze in a couple extra reasons there. Put in I can do not an offset, it would be a quite that, it would be a kind of that. I think that's the closest thing I have. What we'll do is just this. Bam, there we go, vent. An alloy in the back. Put in some extra stuff there. Actually, no, I can't because that's gonna be blocks. So we'll do lightweight alloy for one slope there. Corners, bam. And hi Asher, welcome in. Hope you do good. Thanks. Goodbye. Hello. Gonna work on block. Bam. And block. Clearance. Okay. Go. Bam. Right. Things. And we got the fucking little spot right here. We can. And is it a 1? That's a 1. And then we do bam. Got some triangle corners we can do there. There we go. There we go. That should be the hull done. So, what I can do is down here, Alt and mode back on. We can do bam. Bam, there we go. Alright, and then 3. Just give it a little extra armor. A little extra beef, so that if it, for whenever it does get hit every now and then, it'll not sustain too. There we go. Got confused for a second there, but it's okay. I figured it out. What I'm doing with that thing. Hold on though. There, just that extra protection. Air duct. Bam. Go. That's just oh. So weird. Oh, bam. Bam, there we go. That should be the hull done then. Yeah, I think so. I'll just have to paint through some, or paint over some stuff, but... well, wait, actually, hold on, I missed, missed a spot, hold on. Up 2. Got 4s. Looking off. On. Or yeah, this might be 2 to 4. Yeah, there we go. Looks a hell of a lot better. This is a there we go. This'll do. It'll do. 3 here will have to do. Yeah, they're gonna look a little fucked up, but that's fine. And then, just in case it ever gets hit in the back, I will put in some alloy ducts to keep it safe. Just to keep them a little safe. There we go. And it holds itself completely perfectly still in the air. So that's nice. So we're going to go ahead and save this. And I'm going to turn God mode off. And we're going to see how this performs against an Atlas.
Control your warm up and fly with fleet. Taking control.
There we go. I forgot to turn its basic maneuvering back on. Fucking hell. Alright. Yeah, this will be a good test to see how this thing does. Because the Atlas really doesn't do, like, almost any fucking damage. This will be a pretty solid test to see this thing's basic durability. And so far we're sitting at a cost of 50,500 materials, so that's really cheap compared to anything else I've made so far. Having a little bit of engine trouble there for a moment. Other than that, the only other major issue is the fact that this thing does cost a rather hefty amount of materials to operate compared to what it's for. So that could be an issue. I'll have to try to fix it at this point. But it is doing quite well. It's not reading any damage. It's absorbed a couple extra materials from what it's knocked off of the Atlas. And it's doing pretty well on just killing it. The AP guns do decently against it, it seems. But I think the fire really is just... I think I lean into the fire by making the bigger gun a smaller gun. Yeah, there we go. Sorry. I'll destroy foot or something just now. Anyways, yeah, so that's good. It's got a top speed of 88 meters a second now, which is pretty solid. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go in and just take this system down a notch and turn this 293mm gun into something else. So real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure to resave this thing and take out these autoloaders. And I'm going to go ahead and give us something a little different. And that being, we're gonna find the right tab. There we go. I'm gonna go with a 1 meg kind of thing. Good. Alright, what we'll do is do 1 meter here. Yeah, so we'll fit 3 in there. This will allow us to get a lot more in. And let's see here. New shell, armor piercing 2. Let's real quick this gun here. 2 gauge increasers I think we'll do. And then we'll do 3 barrels. An 80mm triple barrel gun, I think. This will be an 80mm gun. And our whole thing, its whole thing is just going to be a solid metal gun, or a solid metal bullet. Just a solid pierce shot. Needs a 1 meter clip length. Okay, good, perfect. Okay, so one more. Stretch, you got it. Ah. Thank you for the stretch. Okay, so this is about the max of that. There we go. 842 kinetic damage. Let's do a... What if I do a Sabo head? Kinetic damage goes down by about 100. Pierce goes up by... over 10. That's good.
Don't forget to keep the back straight, and keep yourself hydrated.
My posture definitely could use some work, yeah. Thanks to board too, thank you for the hydrate. Let's do a Sabo Warbody. Let's do 2 Sabo Warbodies, I think. Yeah, there we go. Your barrel length for the full propellant burn 3.3 meters. We have that more than well enough. 41.2 pierce. What if I just do a full Sabo round? Pierce. Lower kinetic damage, but I want this thing to pierce through shit, so I think that's good. Yeah, I think it gets diminishing returns after a little bit. Yeah. I think that's a good shell. I think we'll do that. Sabo head 1. Go. So I'll do 2 extra vents there. Then we'll do bam, 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 bam. Okay, I do have symmetry mode on. Go. Bam, there we go. Bam, 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 bam. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. 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 And then... bam. Then assign the Sabo head. All unassigned. I think I need to make sure I do the same this system. Where the fuck it is. There it is. Sabo head. All unassigned ones. There we go. So now this gun has a max fire rate of 72.8. Hell yeah, that's a lot better. 72 point... I'll just do 72. Go. Same thing with this one. 3 barrels. 72. This one I forgot to invert the barrel spin on. There we go. So this is, yep, everything looks good. Alright, so let's go ahead and give them test fire here. Let's real quick refill the shells. No damage again, which is pretty fucking good. Did forget about here. I'm gonna do one cheeky little thing here. Actually, no. Just do a brick and metal here. Actually, no, I'll do inverted 3 here. Oh, there. There we go, that'll do. Then on the front here, I think it's time I put in just some extra decorative looking stuff. Oh. BA square. Go. That'll do. There we go. That's looking pretty cool. That's looking pretty alright. Now I gotta figure out how to do the free paint thing again. So... first off, what I'm gonna do, let's just do a straight kind of like, just, yeah, completely dark kind of color there. Actually, no, let's do just full bright here so I can see what I'm working with. There we go. Flashbang shift. Alright. This, I can actually see what I'm doing now. Start out. What kind of color should I make this thing? I'm thinking... yeah, dark gray, actually. Do dark gray. One. No. No, not 11. 1. Why is it like this? That. Alright, so start with this, and we'll do, maybe blue. Let's see here. How do I like this? Oh, no, wrong blue. This. Bam. Bam. Let's see here. Blue. Maybe a darker blue. How's that? I kind of dig that, yeah. No. Then it's this layer here, I believe. So this. Oh, fuck. That's not what I wanted. Just that top one, please, game. That's all I want. Oh, fuck, right, I'm... Well, we'll do this then. So we'll do that. Do blue on the bottom like this. I'll do. I'll do this. Just do like. There we go. That looks decent. That looks alright. Please don't fire. I feel like I remember 72 rounds a minute being faster, but maybe that's... No, it makes sense. It's just... Any way I could add more bullets into this system? I don't think I could add more fire rate into this. Enough ammo to restore. Back this. Yeah, I don't think there is a way I can make this one fire any faster. I think this is about how fast it's gonna go. Let's go ahead, let's spawn an Atlas. Yeah, it's a little inaccurate until it starts getting into its pattern here. But once it can just start broadsiding a thing, it's fine. I also just realized having it target hot blocks when I'm setting the enemies on fire is kind of counterintuitive. I think this honestly might be doing a little better. Slow it down a lot. You know, they don't do much against like metal stuff, but against the wood, I think they're able to pin. I don't know. They might not have enough damage, honestly. Might make some adjustments to this shell still. If nothing else, this thing's at least performing decently well. It looks pretty solid. I think I will, however, go into the extra configuration here. What I'll do is I'll go in extra configuration, custom light controller, and we'll do like doesn't seem to work. Got the wrong one. It is this one, right? Oh god, which thruster was I just doing? This one? No. This one I accidentally started doing? Oh, it was this one. Hold on. That look then. I'm gonna slow time down real quick. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I like the look of that. I think that matches. There we go, I'll do that. I don't know if I can copy that to other ones. But I can just do a flame effect, please. No smoke. Just do that. And I'll do it on the big ones because the small ones don't really have that much like visual stuff to them. I'll only do it to a select few small ones, I think. This one, for example, though, I will do the full thing except smoke. Engine light color, there we go. That looks pretty cool. That looks pretty fucking cool. This one, let's see, yeah, both on the good color I was wanting. Okay, that looks pretty solid. This one, let's do the same. Duration. Custom light color, bam. I do the same thing with these ones. Flame effect, that off, there we go, custom color. Now we're doing just some visual stuff. Man, where's Rorston when I actually have a decent looking ship, visually? Where is he so I can show him I can build stuff that isn't a cognito hazard? Custom thruster color. Color, there we go. I'm gonna do only the large ones, I think, for this. I think having a mix of the colors actually makes it look way cooler. They'll make it like the large engines are like more powerful or something. I spawned another Atlas just to do like a little visual look at it. I think let's do that for this one as well. Go. Go. Extra configuration. No smoke. Go. There we go. Yeah, this is pretty cool looking, man. I'm quite happy with how this thing's coming out. Wish I could get the guns to fire a little faster, though. That's really my only main thing right now. But I think this is about as good as they're gonna get. I think I can just do some modifications to this shell itself. I think this thing is coming out to look pretty cool, though. It's flying really solidly, too. It's still got really good maneuverability. It's still super cheap. Doing decently good damage, at least against something weak like the Atlas. I think I will modify the shell, though. Bottom gun has no shell loaded. Why are you having issues with your shells? Damn it. Hold on. There we go. Why are we having firing issues here? You don't have enough ammo? What's going on? Why are we running out of shells in here? What's going on? Maybe I need to slow them down ever so slightly. Do 28.6, so let's set it to just 28. Yeah, we'll get rid of the decimals so so the systems can keep up a little better. This is 72.8. I'll do 70 on these top ones. So 70 and 70 and 28. Go. And this is what was it? 28. This will hopefully give it slightly better ammo rates. Either way, it's doing pretty well. I'm quite happy with it. I think it's close to being done. Let's test it against something a little bigger than a little better than an Atlas. Let's go with something medium. Let's do the River Home. Try that. So what is that? That's a missile, ain't it? The fuck is that? What is that? And what are those? What are those? I'm gonna miss. Uh-oh. Cram cannons still hit us. Okay. I have to work on some sort of avoidance system to improve on that then. I just realized this. This thing has a fucking energy shield. Yeah, I think I'll just do visual stuff here. Nope. Yeah, okay, so we can still get hit decently easily by cram cannons? Which is weird. I wouldn't expect a cram to be able to hit us that well. I think there is... Those are... Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna change it to just, visual stuff. Not actually heat targeting. Yo, I'm also gonna make one modification here aside from that. First off... Metal here. It's a 3, go on the bottom, and... Get rid of that. Get rid of all that. Secondly, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and there, and then bam. No, regular gray. And then what I'm gonna do, chat, what I'm gonna do. Table this one quick. That looks a little better. Then I think in here somewhere I've got a little piece. Do this. Let's do this. Let's try Lanius Repair Bot. Just have one of these little fuckers in here. There we go. Yeah, this shell though, I think next thing is we're gonna modify this shell a bit. It's just damage seems to be really lacking. Let's see here. What if I just do just armor piercing head? Go back. Go ahead versus armor. A lot more. Yeah. I think for this I'm just gonna do solid, pure solid. Gunpowder. Oh, right, hold on. So, our armor piercing head, there we go. 40 pierce, 729 kinetic, 2, 4 body head, head body. There we go. That lowers our pierce, ups our damage. Damage to have a I think this is good. Do that. Let's do that, I think. Okay, same way. Quick go in. Yeah, shells. That actually does increase our fire rate a bit, so let's go to 80. Or let's go to 85 on, because it's a simpler, easier shell for the things to load. Let's up our fire rate by 15 here. Let's see what we sound like, what we're sounding like now. A little better. Yeah, our cooling limit is still plenty good on these, so that's good. Yeah. I think right here is. I think that's good. So let's go ahead. Let's try that again. Actually, hold on. We'll try this. We'll go with this for now. Let's try River Home again. Okay, I fucked up my PAD immediately. Hold on. That dodged. This is doing a lot better this time, even though we immediately did get shot. Let's see. Try this. Are we running out of ammo again? I think we are. Okay, those got dodged. Nice. It's really satisfying when they start firing like desynced from each other, because then it's a bam, 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 bam. It sounds really nice. So I just remembered, we gotta go back into the target prioritization card here because... Section. Clusters of blocks, there we go. Did sound like we just got shot there. So far it looks like it's holding up decently well though. I've completely broken Crab Champions. You melee once and the game freezes so everything dies because the game can't physically keep up. Sounds like Crab Champions. Welcome in, Multi. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Thanks for swinging by. Nice. Yeah, so this is definitely a victory kind of fight here. Mostly disassembled its cram cannon. I don't think it can fire anymore. It looks like for some reason or another the cram's just fucked. Okay, that's good. Biggest threat is just our armor being a bit weak. Lurking, appreciate you lurking, Multi. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a good crab time. Yeah, no, with how little we're getting shot here, I think we're good. Just a matter of this thing on its own can't really kill ships with larger hulls that easily. It takes a while for the fire to do anything, and the faster firing guns just kind of peck away at stuff. Yeah, this should be fine though. This should work pretty well. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, that went pretty well. Only one. Yeah, not much damage taken. A little repair drone can patch up at least minor armor damage. Yeah, that works pretty well. All right, let's go ahead, repair, fill. Let's spawn in a Falkenheim. Try something a little more complex. Oh, something with a faster fire rate with smaller bullets. Yeah, we stand up to that. Yeah. That'll be an interesting thing to hear. Taking a lot of hits there. Looks like the front of the armor being mostly metal does absorb pretty much all of that damage. Looks like these smaller dudes are not really a problem for this thing. Lands like 1 or 2 fire shells and the little plane crumbles. Yeah, so this is doing decently though. Yeah, the front of the ship takes a lot of hits before it really kind of gets fucked up. That's not too bad. I'm gonna replace some of the front vents with like these ones with heavy armor as well. Just because there'll be a light bit of extra defense. Despite how many of these bullets look like they're hitting us, I think the tracers make the bullets look bigger than they are. This guy. Yeah. Against the Deepwater Guard, this thing shouldn't have too many difficulties, especially if I get multiple at the same time. It should be pretty easy for them. Yeah, this is doing pretty good. Looked like we took a decent little hit there, but so far it doesn't look like something like the Falkenheim has quite enough firepower to really punch through our ship. Even through sustained fire, we're still taking a lot of hits, and it's mostly just shredding off non-essential stuff, though it looks like we did just go into a spin. Not sure what's happening with that. Oh? I was just trying to retreat. Interesting. I'm not sure what that was. But even through all that, we're still doing pretty well. This is the double duct I have on this. The inside one is a heavy one, I believe. No, this one's just normal metal. Yeah, no. Oh no, right, it's triple. It's a heavy, normal, and then an alloy. Yeah, no, this is doing pretty good. I think I'll just, again, I'll beef up the front of these a bit. I might add some extra armor plates and stuff on these. Make these ducts heavy armor. Just add some extra layers of armor just to increase its survivability a tad. Yeah, small guns don't really do much, but I think they're good enough for just helping damage stuff, I guess. Because it takes both of the shots to hit one spot to kill it. It's even though it's like mostly wood that we're hitting here, but like I'm not too concerned about that. This thing again is meant purely just to be an early game kind of offensive thing. So I'm quite pleased with the fact that it can stand up to the likes of the Falkenheim. Anything beyond this pretty much is gonna be bonus stuff. I'll try against the Paraiba as well. See how that handles, because right now it's fine. Most damage the Falkenheim can do to us, it seems to be just peeling off some weak armor. Despite this being a decently long fight, we're still handling our material count really well. And there it goes. Nice, okay. And one more thing I will have to enable is... yeah, look ahead time. Do look ahead time. 7 seconds, just so we can make sure. Because what I'll do now is, quick, let's just go ahead and repair APS shells. Let's save this again, just because I know I'm making some slight tweaks. We'll load the vehicle. What we'll do is I'll have 2 of these guys running at the same time. And I'll see how they handle fighting together. We'll do, where's the Paraiba? Right, the Paraiba is an easy ship, apparently. Which is interesting. Right, yeah, the Paraiba. Which I think is a little interesting, because, like, this thing has some pretty violent weapons on it, so I think it's interesting that it's easy, but I guess for the most part it is really easy for even the most inaccurate of ships to shoot, so, like, not sure though, because yeah, no, it's a broadsider that has that, which is a little scary. Go ahead and turn off the sound reduction, just do it again. So far it looks like it's doing fine at keeping away from each other. And actually this thing seems to be a really solid counter to the Paraiba. The Paraiba kind of circles around. So since this thing kind of keeps a 200 meter distance, and has a primarily to the left kind of rotation, I think it's actually staying completely behind the Paraiba. Things are staying good distances away from each other. Whoa! 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 That was close. Maybe I just make all guns incendiary on these. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. And there it goes. It said. Holy shit. Look up. Whoa, you just ran into it entirely. What the fuck? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? You should have plenty of look-aheads. It's still fine, by the way, actually. It kind of runs out of engine power here now, but, like, it's alive. Hey, why did you do that? Why'd you do that? Your look-ahead should have made you avoid that. Yeah, avoidance for enemies is on. Weird, I'm not sure why I ran into it. God, I hope the next thing they do for this game, or one of the next kind of settings they add, I really hope they do, like, engine volume as something we can change, because, God, they hurt the ears so much. They have such a horrible, like, high-pitched sound. Like, I want to hear all the other sounds in the game. I want to hear the engine, or the steam engines. I want to hear my guns. I don't want to hear these fucking thrusters at full volume, though. They hurt. They hurt. They hurt. Yeah, no, this thing, I think I'm quite proud of this. I'm quite happy with how this has turned out. Last up, we're just gonna go in and, these are 2 slopes, so what I'll do is I'll take heavy armor 2. That's 2. Were these 2? I think these were also 2 slopes. Yes. This will make it a little heavier and slightly more expensive, but that's damn. I don't have the fucking symmetry mode on. I have to do that on both sides. That. Go. Go. Dark gray, there we go. Bam. 2s, there we go. There we go. And then we're gonna do some metal plating on the front, just to give it a slight extra bit of beef to it. There we go. Actually, no. Doesn't need that on the heavy armor spots. We just need the 2s on spots like that. There we go. That should do. There we go. That should give us plenty of extra armor on everything. I remember. Alright, that should be good. I think we're done. I think we are completed. I think it's good. I think it's finished. Let's see here. At an end cost of 55,566 materials. God, if we... I need to figure out if I can shave like 11 materials off the cost. Just make it a fucking... Hold on. How much does one of these cost? 2, 4, 6, 8. 3 more materials cost somewhere. Cost difference between... Oh, they cost... Metal and alloy cost the same, right? Gotta be able to shave something off somewhere. I just realized that this is completely insane. So I don't think we're going to be able to do that after all. Go. Right, I forgot that doesn't quite work because it's wrong shape. There we go. That'll do. Did I not do this entire back area symmetrically? Oh my god, I'm right. I might like this. Yeah, because then I didn't invert it here, right? No, I didn't. What? Oh yeah, I did this here. I did. No. Right, and that's like the only. Yeah, there we go. That's. There we go. Wait, no, no, it isn't. Ah, right. It's this is blue. There we go. Now I think it's done. Everything should be symmetrical now. I think that's good, and I think I'm happy with it. I think we're good to go there. So 55,590 is the end cost now. I think that's good. So what do we want to save this thing as, chat? What name should we give this? Y'all think of a name. At least, do you want to think of a name? I don't think I'll be able to think of a name. I mean, if I want to stick with... I could give it a silly name. I don't know. Maybe I'll... I don't know. Anyone have any ideas in chat what we should call this? Still think this Top Gun needs a little bit of modification. Because I know there's not much I can do with a small gun like this, but I want to make it somewhat more cool. That barely. Yeah, hold on, that barely changed. But what about the doesn't lower stuff by much. So I think we'll try this maybe. Try that. You know, let's try this. Let's pull the Paraiba back out because that was a decent one to test against. Okay, hold on. Yep. We have a slight armor piercing shell. Where both shells are basically the same thing. One of them just fires a lot faster. All of them do fire. It hit us. It hit us decently bad. Not really though, because we have a lot of front armoring on here, so that didn't do much. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Yeah, I think at this small of a caliber, it's just hard to tell. What I can tell is that it looks like it's pretty effective so far. Also, I think the game's been running at slight slow-mo this entire time because suddenly this feels faster. Yeah, no, it's definitely been running at slow-mo this entire time. And it still does have decent kinetic damage. Just now we have more fire damage. I think this is a good balance. I think we might do an orange. Call this. Ooh, you know what? That looks a lot better. That looks cooler. Oh, that looks way cooler. Oh, that looks sick. Oh, I like this. I'll call it the fire starter. Maybe I'll call it the Flint. Fire starter. That definitely killed it really fast. I think this is a good balance here. Chat, what do you think? Fire starter or Flint for this thing? I think fire starter sounds cooler. I think the orange is a bitchy color. Ew. I think that's good. Maybe a little darker. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I think I like that look. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think I'm happy with this. And here, real quick, chat, I'm gonna do one more thing here. Gonna take a screenshot here real quick. Pull up this real quick. I'll lag a little bit. Yo. We're gonna try something here, chat. We're gonna do a little experiment here. Why are you pulling up my entire screen? Okay, go. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna open the little sketch thing I made of this design. Wherever the hell I saved it. There it is. So, again, for those of you who haven't seen it, this is my original kind of sketch for this thing. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look, see how closely I matched. Go ahead, I'm gonna make it a little larger. Let's take a look here and see how well I managed this. You know? I think I did pretty good. I think I did pretty good in matching how I planned it. I think I can call that a full-blown success. Maybe, you know what? I think I'll call this thing the Firecracker. I don't know. Firecracker sounds like more like a kamikaze ship. Firestarter. I don't know. Firestarter lacks like a I want that kind of crack sound to it, like a k kind of sound in its name. I don't know. I feel like that would just fit. Let's see here. Let me do something here. Looking up like different words here. The combustive. Combustor. Yeah, I'll do the combustor. I think I like that. The combustor. Yeah, I like that. Alright, I think we got the name, the combustor. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. I think that's a ship well done. I think I'm quite happy with this. Yeah, hold on. Alright. Well, actually, no. There's one more thing we gotta do now. It's repaired, refilled. There we go. The last thing we gotta do here, as we do with all ships that I make, we gotta make it fight itself, first off. See how it looks to see these two things fucking fighting each other. I'm gonna turn off repetitive sound reduction for this since I'm not on these. That's interesting. This one's a different color. I think that's because the blue I used is like a faction thing. So the Deep Order Guard one has a different look. That's cool. Oh, you crashed yourself. Alright, that's interesting. That's good to know. Got a slight issue with its avoidance systems still. Okay. I gotta improve its ability to not hit the fucking water. Cool. Alright. Altitude, look at time. This, yeah. Make sure they don't hit the water. See if they can manage that. Let's try this again. That should be good. Try this again here. Next I might add just like some ion thrusters on the bottom, like 2 ion thrusters on the bottom somewhere, so that if it hits the water it's able to rise back out, hopefully. It's pretty fun though to watch. Oh, and that one hit the water now. Is this one about to hit the water? It just barely survived it. Okay, so obviously it's got a little bit of an issue of trying to avoid the water while fighting. Interesting. I'm not sure why it's having that. But what we can do to improve this situation is this. We go here, go into air, ion thrusters. this should hopefully allow it. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. Did they all just stop making light? Cool, so apply to all doesn't apply to all same thrusters, it applies to every thruster. Heck. Got to change its team. Go. Alright, so oh, there we go. We'll do this one on team color just because it's on that spot. There we go. Go. Oh fuck. Did I just... Okay, that one... it should be fine. Go. I'll just go in and redo the ones that need to have settings changed back. Go. I don't need to be in build mode anymore. All the large ones I gotta go in and fix again. No, smoke. Oh no, they're fine. Okay, weird. Whatever. Yeah. Alright. Go. So now it'll be able to get back out of the water. I missed this one. Oh no, I was seeing the beam for the main thruster. Right, never mind. I'm fine. It's fine. That's good. There we go. That raises the price very slightly. That's fine. I think that'll be the final version of the combustor, I think. Go ahead and have it... Now it's got this little adjustment. Fly the fuck back out here again. There we go. Better click. Let's spawn an enemy combustor. Now it'll be able to get out of the water if it hits the water like this one is about to. I think it's an issue of they get too close to each other and then they go, oh shit, I gotta back up, and then depending on the angle they might back up into the water like that one almost did. Yeah, this is definitely an interesting way to kind of test these out though. I love doing this. Because these things will have a very hard time hitting each other properly. Oh, there's a little bit of fire on the enemy one. I think it just landed in the water, yep. Unfortunately, when it's trying to run away... Yeah, this is pretty much a death sentence if it's an enemy like itself. It just kind of camps too close. Yeah, okay. So that's just... Okay, that's how it'll go then. That's fine. Yeah, I think I'm quite happy with this. It's got more than enough speed. It's far faster than I hoped it would be. I mean, I wanted it to be nimble, but like this thing is far more nimble than I expected it would be. So I'm quite pleased with that. Yeah, it really is just going to be kind of limited to being a anti-deep water guard kind of thing. Or anti, if they can burn, we can kill it kind of thing. Because it doesn't really have the greatest armor pen, as you can see. It's a very lightly armored ship, and it's having this much trouble against itself. Actually landing any proper killing blows. I guess that's kind of like part of the limitation of being a smaller ship. But, you know, that's the intent. I'm too in my own head about wanting to make a ship that can pierce through anything, blow up anything, you know, like this thing does exactly what I wanted it to, or designed it to. Oh, it's on fire. It gets its job. Oh my god, it got out of the water. That's insane. The fight's not done. It's still rather fucked up though, so the fight might still be done. About to hit the water? No. I'd actually update the PIDs to allow them to, like, go further or have more pitch. Yeah, I think it's good. Like someone's making something. Oh. I know this might be playing tricks on me. Or look in a second here. This is fun though. I'm very happy with how this ship turned out. This is quite a far more like this is perfect. It's very close to the design I kind of like brainstormed. It's visually very similar looking. Visually also, I personally think it looks nice. It functions very well. It still maintains a really high accuracy despite its instability. Probably mostly due to the fact that I have this thing as a point blanking nightmare. And apparently I still have ended up designing something that is incredibly stubborn. Which I guess is just a result of, you know, that's just classic Strengineering, you know. I really want to show roasting this thing one day. Like, look at that. It's functioning pretty solidly now. Hold on, let's take a look at how fucked up this one is, by the way. It is still staying in the air like this. Something right with that barrel. Something right there. And yeah, it's still functioning. I think I designed the core of the ship really well. The outside takes a lot of hits and makes it a lot harder to hit the core, and the core is pretty densely armored as well. It's got a lot of components you have to get through. So the AI is well protected. I just thought about it. There's no anti-EMP stuff on this, but that probably won't be an issue. I don't think the Deepwater Guard have any EMP stuff. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm sure I can stuff some EMP protection somewhere in here. I probably got some spaces. But yeah, I think that's it. I think it's good. I think it's done. I guess now the ultimate test that I always have to do. We always got to put the new ships up against it. No matter how big of a difference there is between them. Let's see how well it does against a Bob. It's going to immediately get cracked by the particle cannons, I think. Oh, apparently particle cannons missed the first shots. This is also going to be a decent test of its ability to avoid missiles. So medium missiles that don't have the best maneuverability, they can avoid. And yeah, this will also be a decent anti-EMP test. Oh, oh it's still alive. But yeah, no, yeah, it's fucking dead. It's fucking dead. Uh-oh, here come the missiles. It's still alive, actually. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Its AI cores go on. It's dead. It's dead as fuck. I mean, let's see. Is there any visual damage on the Bob? I mean, it did shoot it a couple times. It's singed slightly. Ever so slightly singed. Yeah, no, so, that kind of was to be expected. But this thing is almost like... This thing's over 10 times as, like, hefty. That's to be expected. I'm quite happy with this, though. Let's go ahead, touch it up. There we go. Oh, bear back. Alright, I've just been brought dinner. So, yeah, I'm quite proud of this thing, really. Like, this turned out, like, perfectly. So, yeah, I think because I'm working on a little something exciting, I'm going to probably be ending it here because I want to keep working on trying to get that going. And we accomplished our mission. It didn't take me more than 2 streams this time to design a ship. Like, holy shit. I solved most of its major issues. It still has some slight engine power issues, but not to the point where it doesn't function. It just kind of gets a little low, but it still functions perfectly fine. Its ammo's good. Its armor is rather functional for the threats that I'm expecting it to have to deal with. So I think we're good with that. So we're gonna go ahead one more time. Give it a save. Actually bump the version just to be careful. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and call it there because I also want to eat my dinner in peace today. I want to just enjoy a nice home meal. So yeah, sorry we're ending early, but thanks for swinging by though. Hope y'all enjoyed tonight's stream. I think soon I'm gonna get back into a campaign for From the Depths. I think once I finish that platform gun I was working on. Absolutely twisted. Yep. There we go. That's a lot better. That's looking. That's good enough. Yeah, so yeah, soon we'll be going back to a campaign. Yeah, well, like I said, once I finish that platform gun I was working on, I think that'll be my kind of signal. Hi, Wilcoy. Sorry, coming in at the end. Welcome in. Hope you do good. Thanks. Goodbye. But yeah, so that'll be fun. Also something exciting. Like again, like I said, working on something exciting that'll be pretty cool for the streams. Might even be as soon as tomorrow that it's done. Also, by the way, tomorrow I'm not gonna be home. I'm gonna be tomorrow's gonna be the first day. I'm down at my grandparents' house for preparation for my birthday stream stuff. Also, because there's a 4th of July celebration that goes through the neighborhood, their house that I haven't seen in years, so I want to see it again this year because I love it. Okay, well, thank you for lurking, Volko. I appreciate it. Thanks for the Hydrate Squire. Yeah, so we finally finished the Combustor today. Very happy. I'm definitely gonna show it off in Royston's Discord. He has a whole showcase chat for this, or for From the Depths. So I think I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna send it over there because I want to show it off. Oh, I want him to see that I can build something that won't break the eyes. Also want to get feedback. It's still gonna be horrible for like any From the Depths veterans to look at. So I do also want to make their eyes bleed over there a little bit. At least, it probably will. I think it looks great. I'm very proud of it. But yeah, so thanks again for swinging by. If you're new here, I stream every single day. My usual hours are 5 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're ending early today because I got some stuff, again, like I said, I gotta work on. So make sure you check my podcast for links to my YouTube, Discord, and I think I have Twitter and Blue Sky in there now. I went through and kind of tweaked some stuff in there today, so hopefully that's actually accurate now. You can join the Discord to get stream time updates and pings for when I go live, stuff like that. Don't forget, oh, fucking hell, I didn't even talk about it. Hi, so I remembered just now, I posted stuff about my birthday stream that's coming up in a few days, or a celebration that's coming up in a few days. So let me go ahead real quick and get that up on stream, because I fucking totally forgot I haven't even talked about that today on stream. Let's get that up here and let's go ahead and go through it. For those of you on the Discord or haven't seen it on the socials or anything, here we go. So we got my
happy early birthday.
Thank you. We got my little celebration thing here. I didn't make an actual art piece. I just did a little thing. So yeah, it's that time again. So here's the general plan. Every stream is going to start from about 11 a.m. to noon Eastern Standard Time. So any of these times, if you're not EST, feel free to convert them, because I'm not doing that for you. I'm too lazy. So yeah, so starting on the 6th, not my actual birthday, we'll be doing kind of like an open kind of chill day. The 6th is going to be like probably Crab Champions, Helldivers, Risk of Range, just whatever. Just chill stuff to fuck around in multiplayer games with friends. Got a couple of people who are interested in that, so we'll probably be doing something like that for the day. Then on the 7th, my actual birthday, we're going to be doing kind of like a collab focus day, where we're going to be doing Buckshot Roulette to start. I might have 1 or 2 people for that. We'll see. I'm not actually too certain how many people we'll have. I have to find out. I think I have 1 person who said they're good for Buckshot, so I don't even remember who that was. I DM'd so many different people, but we'll see. We'll see. Then in the middle of the day, we're going to be probably doing something like either Gmod or Halo custom games. We'll see on who's all joining for what. Not really clear on that one, but that'll be for about 2 or 3 hours. And then starting probably around 6 or 7 EST that day, we'll be doing Repo. It'll probably be lightly modded, just really to include the more players mod, because I think that'll probably be the most popular session. I think that'll be the most popular game of the day. That's my prediction, at least. And yeah, so that'll be just the end of the stream there for that day, is just Repo, which, you know, it's always fun, always chaotic. And then lastly, on the 8th, I think I mentioned this, I don't know if I have, but here it is. We will be doing what might be, depending on how I feel about it, what might be one of the last times I play 7 days, but we're going to be playing 2.0 for the first time for me, all day. Kind of like last year, how our last day was also 7 Days to Die Twitch integration. It's going to be Twitch integration, 7 Days to Die 2.0 all day. It's going to be Chaos Day. It's going to be open to pretty much anyone who wants to join, at least, like, that I know well enough. It's not going to be, like, completely open, but, like, I'll allow a lot of people into it, pretty much. And, yeah, it's just going to be, like, the big finale, the grand finale. You're angry? Yeah? Yeah, it's going to be something akin to what we did last year. It's going to be just absolute chaos. Probably it's gonna be Horde nights all night, or all day, or every night. Every night, that's what I'm trying to say. The 8th was your original quitting day. Gotcha. Yeah, so it's gonna be Horde nights every night. It's gonna be just everything absolutely chaotic. So yeah, hope you all are excited for that. Again, this is the 6th, 7th, and 8th this month coming up. Again, all times Eastern Standard Time.
Chaos.
And yeah, I will say, just a clarification for those of you who were here last year and remember the project I did, I won't have, I think this year I'm not going to be able to do the full thing. I'm still working on something I'm going to do. It's not going to be the full video kind of thing though, because I don't have the time anymore to get it out on a good schedule. I'm going to release it on my 2 years in a row streaming streak day. We're going to celebrate 2 years with that. And yeah, past that, then I'll be pretty much, I've got a couple different projects I want to work on. Got a couple different plans I have in mind for what I want to do. So yeah, now that I've actually talked about that really important minor little thing, you know, only a little important, just a little bit, just a tiny bit important to talk about, you know, just a little bit. We'll be actually going ahead and ending there then, now that I've kind of gotten something important talked about. So we're actually going to be raiding out tonight, though. We're gonna raid Multi, who was here in chat just a moment ago. I think he came over because he really wanted to talk about. I have his stream up right now. It's oh my god, it's bad. Oh goodness, we're gonna raid him though. He's playing Crab Champions. If you don't know Crab Champions, I haven't played in a while because it hasn't had an update in a good bit. Which actually, I do follow the dev on Twitter. It looks like a new update is decently well in the ways of progress. So that'll be exciting. We'll probably be playing that a good bit eventually again. Well, we'll be playing it on the 6th. At least a little bit, so y'all will get a good glimpse of it. But it's a really fun game. Really great soundtrack. It's made by the same person who did the Crab Rave song. So, banger music, as they say. But yeah, he's doing some crazy shit. It's fun. It's a good time. He's pretty cool. He's pretty chill. So everyone, be nice on the raid. Give Multi a follow if you have not already. You better. He's really cool. Yeah, so thanks again for swinging by, everyone. I'll see y'all next time. Till then, take care, stay safe, stay healthy, all that good shit. And I'll see y'all next time. Good night, everyone. Oh. What? It restarted the rate. What? Okay, OBS. Good night, everyone. Are you gonna do it now? We're gonna do it?